in my high school, it was sort of like, it wasn't necessarily full access internet, it was more like an intranet sort of thing.
Yeah, I had that as well.
Which is basically like, if you don't know what that term means, it's basically like you are limited to certain websites, and of course as school, it has its own sort of firewall and all that sort of system anyway, so you're really limited, so you couldn't go ahead and play what everyone was playing at that time, you know?
Yeah, we always find really easy ways around it though, which was always funny, because the head tech guy that worked for the school hated everyone.
Yeah, I get you,
because of some of the crap that we would like play on the computers and some of the crap that we would do with the computers. He did not enjoy his job.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, like, I feel, and it was almost substitute teachers as well, they always got such a hard time just because, the substitute, they're not the norm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like, I feel really sorry now, but it's just sort of like, if you didn't sort of join in, then you were sort of just like, you were the odd one out. It was strange. That's high school in a sentence for you, literally.
Yeah, no, that's pretty accurate. It's like, you like something that's not the top 10 songs of this week.
Oh, no, yeah.
You're the weird one. It's like, really? I'm the weird one for forming my own opinions rather than enjoying what I like that doesn't happen to be in the top 10 every week?
And now how life's changed. Now that's the thing. Like,
here's the thing. When I was in high school, I was told that YouTube was a waste of time, was never going to happen, and that I was the weird one for doing that. Now, I'm not one to brag or anything like that. Well, I am. But I'm not one to necessarily publicly brag, but I would like to point out that I'm doing okay for myself. Like, YouTube is, I'm really proud of what I've done with my channel. I'm really grateful for the support that people show and all that. Like, I'm really, really happy with where things are. I'm really glad to have, like, done all of this and worked my ass off, and I'm happy to continue to work my ass off because entertainment is kind of what I want to do. I've always wanted to be an entertainer, and YouTube is like the perfect medium for that. So, that's something I had people making fun of me for when I was in high school.
Yeah, I was well,
I mean,
to be, you can.
I need to clarify by saying that there is nothing wrong at all with working retail jobs. I could not do it. Simple as that. I could not, mentally speaking, I could not do it. Physically speaking, I could not do it. I'm honestly in awe of people that can do that and get on with a life outside of that, because I couldn't. But there was one person I remember in particular. She was part of the popular group of girls in my year, and I remember her and her group of friends would frequently pick on me and my group of friends because we were nerdy. I was emo. I liked metal. One of them liked World of Warcraft. How fucking dare he? But the point is, they would frequently make fun of us for all of that. Now, I discovered recently that one of those girls is working in my local Domino's. And I discovered this at 2 in the morning when I had just got off of a rather successful live stream at my old office, and she was behind the counter at Domino's cleaning. Again, I have nothing wrong with people that work that. I have a lot of people I know that work those jobs. And if you can do it, again, I have the utmost respect. But when you happen to be that person that made fun of me for pursuing my passions, I'm gonna make a bit of fun. She didn't recognize me because I changed a lot since then. I don't have long black hair anymore, for example. But yeah, that was just a moment of like, that was a moment where I kind of looked at myself and I went, you know what? I feel like I'm in the right place in life.
Yeah.
And she's gone through university, and I remember in school we were always told, oh, you go through university, you will come out with the best job in your field. It's like, no, that's not how it works.
No, I really do. Like, that's the thing. Like, I mean, it's a strange one because, like, I mean, every industry's different, but the thing is, like, if I get a first class honours degree, but my portfolio is not there, I'm not getting anything.
Well, the thing is, that stuff's going to help you, but it's changed. The way the world works is so different to how it used to be. Like, getting a university degree years ago was like, you are going to get the top job in that field. But these days, like...
The thing is, like, it's just a world. It's not. It's like the whole world's on the playing field now, whereas, like, for example, in the 1980s, I mean, that was slowly starting to become a thing, but, like, and I really don't want to get into politics in the EU, for example, but it's... it's the world we live in, and unless you're willing to keep up, then you're out.
Yeah, no, that's very much it.
That's the bottom line. And a lot of people, I think, are... And again, it comes back to... It's a very similar situation with YouTube's broken.
Yeah.
If they're not willing to jump
YouTube,
on it, they're going to moan about it.
I love that argument, though. And, like, I love that so much because... while all these big, like, multi-million subscriber channels are putting out videos saying YouTube is broken, my channel was doing better than ever. A friend of mine, I'll not name, but people may know who he is anyway, his channel gained, like, 60,000 subscribers in a month. He had the best month he's ever had. And, like, I'm just looking at it going, YouTube isn't broken. The problem is these people have been making exactly the same type of video for the last 5 or 6 years, and people's interests are changing. Like, the interest is for the people are changing. They don't want to watch the same stuff that they've been watching for the last 5 years. They're turning it off and going elsewhere. And those that keep up with it and those that keep moving forward are going to be fine. But those guys that don't want to change... And you can tell who they are, the ones that don't want to change, because they're the ones that made the, oh my god, YouTube's killing my channel. Like, they immediately jumped on that rather than, like, sitting for a minute thinking about it and going, maybe it isn't. Maybe YouTube's not doing anything. Maybe I just need to change up my channel a little bit. But no, that can never be the answer. Because that is admitting to themselves that they're not doing something right and that they actually need to put a lot of work in. Because a lot of those YouTubers got complacent. And I hate to say that. I hate to sound, like, remotely bitter, but they did. They got really complacent because they were in such a fortunate position, but also one that let them have a lot of freedom with what they want to do and made their life kind of easy because they became quite wealthy. Their audience was very, very loyal to them, which meant that their audience was going to watch a lot of what they want to put out, and that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just that eventually you're going to have to sit and go, oh, wait a minute. They're not watching as much. How do I get them to watch again? Like, how do I start entertaining them again? What do I have to do to make this work? And if you can work that out, then really good job. If not, then it's not YouTube that's killing your channel, it's your channel.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, that literally just backs up what I originally said. Like, if you're not willing to keep up with current trends... The world is moving
so quickly. Yeah. Like, technology moves so quickly. Like, entertainment moves so quickly. Everything moves so quickly. You need to keep up with it. And you need to you need to know what's up. You need to know what's going on. You need to be able to keep adapting with it. And the second you stop and the second you get so complacent that you'd rather jump on a trend and jump on a meme than actually do something to get yourself back to where you want to be, is the second you are going to fall behind. And the second that you sort of... Like, I lost respect for a lot of people that were putting out the YouTube's killing my channel video, because it wasn't at all. And I think it was like BOO, I think, put out a video that was like talking about how YouTube isn't killing channels. And I don't really watch BOO, nothing against him at all. I barely watch anyone on YouTube these days anyway. And I gained so much respect for him because he said it how it is. Like, he absolutely just nailed it, is that YouTube is not killing your channel. A couple of things have changed, and I think he mentioned that people are getting a little bit complacent, but, man...
Which, I mean, I do understand where they're coming from with one or two things. For example, the
algorithm changes are an absolute pain. Don't get me wrong, like, I am not at all happy that YouTube keeps changing these things, but I totally get why they don't tell you what the changes are. Because the second they say, the second they're like, this is what we changed, is the second everyone's like, okay, I'm going to cheat the system.
Frank, I'm not getting there in time.
Frank, where are you, you prick?
I'm actually on top of him. I'm riding Frank.
Don't do that.
Not gonna lie. Oh, well, Frank's nosedived and...
He took a bit of a platform. There we go.
Oh, you absolute bellend. Like, not gonna lie. That was an important... Yeah, it was an important part, actually. Have you got any wood?
I'm getting some. I've rebuilt the platform. I haven't built the pillar yet.
Right, okay. Yeah, it's... like, the game's starting to shit the bed, not gonna lie. For me, anyway.
We are getting less stuff, noticeably.
Yeah, that's true. But I think that... Again, though, even though YouTube is changing, again, you need to go ahead and keep up with it. And
that's the thing. YouTube... Number one, they have the right to do whatever they want to do. They are a private company who can do whatever they want to do. So I don't expect them to ever tell us about the algorithm. But yeah, rather than like jumping on this bandwagon and going, oh my god, YouTube's killing my channel, maybe sit and figure it out. Like I sat for the entirety of like January trying to work out what had changed and what would work and what wouldn't. And like that, January was not particularly a stellar month for me, but I'm okay with that because I learned a lot. Like I figured out what works and what doesn't. I had the opportunity to like take a little bit of time off and refocus myself, and I feel better for it. I feel better for like taking time off and figuring stuff out than jumping on a bandwagon and saying, oh my god, YouTube's killing my channel, guys. Hey, look at all this money coming in from the bandwagon. Hey. Yeah, I'd rather work for it. I'd rather earn like 1 million views on a video than putting out a cheap bandwagon thing and going, oh my god, YouTube's killing my channel.
Literally, like that's the thing as well. Like you think of the amount of work that people put into YouTube in 2008, for example. People would push to upload a video a day. Now people are. I mean, I think like you're a really good example. Actually, you overwork yourself. Like, I mean,
I get that a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not, okay, maybe YouTube isn't the best example, but what people would have worked in, for example, I think banking's a really interesting law. Those are probably, law's actually a really, really good example. Lawyers back in the day wouldn't have had to work as hard. Like, I mean, I have family in the law business. I've got who just graduated university. He works like 80 hours a week.
Yeah.
Sometimes even more. And it's the thing, if he doesn't do it, then someone else will do it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. YouTube is a 24/7 job. Like you wake up at 4 a.m, you can absolutely go and make a video. If you're awake, if you're awake, you can make a video. And if you like spend as much time on it to the point that you start obsessing over it, the way I do, which isn't necessarily healthy, but I do it anyway, you're gonna wake up at 4 a.m. and go, well, I'm not tired. Gonna go make a video.
Yeah, I get you.
And so it makes more sense to try and go back to sleep than get up and go make a video because you're gonna mess up your sleeping pattern. But it's a 24/7 thing. If you're awake, you could be making a video. Or you could be tweeting, or you could be streaming, or you could be looking at your analytics and trying to work out what's going to work better. Like, there's much stuff.
This is one thing which also, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect on the terms of YouTube. Like, I upload a video a day, which I'm happy with for now, and I'm hoping to up that output over the next month, maybe. It just depends. University and YouTube, it's a difficult thing to balance. Because YouTube is, or YouTube, I wish that was full-time. University is full-time, but it's like, one thing I really don't like is that people just finding that excuse, and that goes back to what you were saying, but it's just people always choose the easy option,
so
and then
many
they
people
go,
choose the easy option. Like, here's the thing, admittedly, there are a lot of people that work really bloody hard. I'll give you the example of PewDiePie. People like to go, oh, he doesn't do anything, he just screams at a camera. It's like, well, not really. Like, most YouTubers actually work their arses off, and I'm incredibly proud that I can say that about most of the people that make videos and do it as like a career or a hobby that they're dedicated to, because it's nice to be kind of lumped in with a group of people that actually want to do this, just in general. And on top of that, like, as much as I may bitch about it, like, I don't want to do anything else. There's no other job I want to do. And like I want this is what I want to do. I want to entertain. Like, this is to me the best bloody job in the world. And I like when I complain about it, when people see me complain on Twitter or in a video or on Facebook or wherever, it's not out of like any loathing. It's out of concern. It's out of like, hey, what's going on? What's the problem here? Like, why isn't this working? Why isn't it, you know? It's out of concern. It's out of wanting to keep doing this and wanting to make it like work, even with the constant algorithm changes and all that. And it's like, you know, despite all me bitching about it, if anyone ever asks me, and they do from time to time, like, oh, what would you recommend for starting YouTube? Like, I can write them a bloody essay about it. Like, I can,
yeah. And
I frequently do like write people an essay about it, and it's always like, if you want to do it, like, as much as it's a Shia LaBeouf meme to say just do it, it's so accurate. Like that whole yesterday you said tomorrow, so just do it. You're gonna get to the point where everyone else would quit, and you're gonna work hard at it. Like that video is so like relatable to YouTube, because there are going to be those moments where you like work harder than you think you can, and like a lot of people would quit where you don't, and you can look back on that and be so proud of it. And that's one of the things that like YouTube has taught me, how to be proud of myself. Like YouTube has brought me out of my shell. Like I used to be that shy kind of emo that like wouldn't really talk about what music he likes, and now I don't shut up about it. I don't shut up in general. So like it's made me, I feel, a better person, and that's why, like, again, as much as I complain, that is out of like concern and love, I guess, for the platform and the industry. So what I'm getting at is, if anyone watching this is like, you know what, I don't know if I want to do YouTube. If you think you can do it, if you've got like, if you think you can entertain, if you want to entertain, just do it. Like, you've got nothing to lose, really. I mean, you kind of do, in the sense that, like...
Can you give me wood? You got wood?
I don't know if we can do that in a video, to be honest.
I need wood really, really badly.
A different website.
Like, no, like, I honestly need it. I just need to batter it down and just get the hinges and... Like, I can pick up everything else, but I just can't get wood.
I've got 3.
Are you actual serial? You're getting stabbed with this spear, mister. Like, I'm not picking up wood, but I realise I cut you off there, I don't really care.
That's all good, my story's done, I went on a bit of a tangent, a bit of a ramble.
But I think at the end of the day, like, you can spend, you can go, I'm gonna do it. And I think this is sports, this is a sports quote, but I relate it to life. You're the creator of your own plays. Like in basketball, I was always told that. Now, I got picked because I was tall, but I was really, really shit. But you can do something to the best of your ability, but practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. And if you really want to do something, make sure you like do. And this is not just YouTube. Like, I'm not trying to put people off YouTube, whereas Dylan's just giving you an inspirational tweet or tweet. No, like speak.
I am going to tweet this whole video.
Yeah, like, know what you're doing. Like, that's the thing, like, you don't want to waste time, is what my point is, because you can go ahead and spend God knows how long on something and then realize,
basically, like,
yeah.
Don't do what I did, because with me and YouTube, I got really lucky, and I mean that, like, I'm so grateful that I got lucky, but I did, because I, let a lot of circumstances, including my sort of obsession with playing games and making videos, I let that so almost like ruin high school for me, in the sense that I didn't do as well in my exams as I should have. I then, for 2 reasons, failed the first college course that I went to. The first reason was making videos and being obsessed with video games, but the second was I had an opportunity to then pass it, but I opted not to, because I looked back on it and I realized I don't know anything that I've been taught for the last 2 years. And that was a combination of it being a computing course that was very, very vague. And also, I didn't pay as much attention as I should have, because I spent most of the time playing co-op to become EU champion. But then my second college course, I did do well in. It was a TV and film course. And I look back on that and I'm like, you know what? I'm glad I flunked all that, and I'm glad that I took all those like turns that maybe I shouldn't have, because they got me to where I am. But at the same time, don't let any like passion completely like put you down one road. Always give yourself an option to turn off and do something else. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, basically, unless you are 100% certain, or even 90%, because no one's 100% certain of anything. But on top of that, don't be afraid to like. Also, I know this kind of contradicts what I just said, but also don't be afraid to take risks. Like, balance it, basically.
Yeah.
Like, take chances, knock yourself out of your comfort zone a bit. I don't know why we've got so inspirational, but it's a conversation I think that a lot of people need to hear, especially when, like, every year it seems like there's growing pressure on people in schools to, like, do this, do that, do it this way, do better. Like, I'll give you the example of like the video that to a lot of people made my channel, which is the tiered city and city skylines. That video came about because of a let's play I was doing, wound up, like the save file corrupted. It was a City Skylines let, so I think it might have been After Dark. The save file corrupted, and what happened was I then went, okay, I need to do something. I've had this idea for a Let's Build for a while. Let's do that. And that was like the first Let's Build I did, which I think was like a Vegas strip. Wasn't the most viewed one, but that moment of stress and worry about the channel, because that was the best series on the channel at the time, eventually led to me making the Tiered City, which is now the 3rd most viewed City Skylines video on YouTube. So, like, adversity can be such a driving force, I guess. And challenge can be a driving force as well. And it can be moments like that that sort of define what you do, I guess. But the main point is do, like, YouTube or whatever your hobby is or your passion, do it responsibly. Basically, make sure you can look after yourself.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. A lot of people just go 1 second, oh, I'm gonna do YouTube full time, oh, drop out, bye, that's it.
No, quitting anything to do YouTube full time is dumb, because you can't just stop and go do YouTube full time.
No, you can't flick a switch. You can't, I mean, it's maybe something I would like to do one day, but it's a gradual, and I mean, that's, I don't just want to talk about YouTube specifically here. I want to go ahead and talk about other stuff as well, like, unless there is like a full-time paid job there for you to do, then it's literally not, you know, it's not black, white, it's not yes, no, it's not on, off. It's something which I'm doing part-time right now.
It's a real bloody slow burner, is what it is.
And I'm hoping to get there over the next, you know, maybe 2 years or so. If things work out, then I can go ahead and maybe pursue it further. If things don't work out, then I've not put all my eggs in the one basket, because I'm still in university, you know?
Yeah.
So.
No, that's pretty much it. Like, anyway, Raft. So, we need to get this upper floor.
I'm not gonna lie, I cannot pick up wood.
Interesting. We're not getting as many materials as I'd like.
No, well, I've been swimming around in the water and I can't pick anything up. I swim up to it and I can't.
Your inventory's not full, is it?
No, 100,000,000% not full. Admittedly, we've not made chests yet, but have you got a plank of wood?
I do not. I can go get one though.
Yeah. I've got a feeling we might have to die.
Go kill yourself.
Well, yeah, I think that's actually about gonna need to happen, because I think this game maybe needs a bit of a reset, and that might go ahead and trigger it. I'm hoping.
I mean,
but I could.
There's one way to find out. Here's some wood for you.
Thank you. Well, you're off to your death. No idea where you went, but
I'm not off to my death at all. I'm up here.
All right, okay. Right, the one thing I've been wanting to do for this whole episode is go ahead and make myself a bloody... I don't have enough rope. Palm tree. I have the materials. Right, let's go ahead and build this monstrosity. These things are so big. Right, let's go ahead and shift you there. I'm actually gonna die. I've not died yet. I'm not like Dylan, so...
What?
Let's
Good
go
at video
ahead.
games?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and place that there, and we can finally do what I've wanted to do. I finally also started planting potatoes as well.
Nice.
Somewhere. So, I mean, that took quite a while as well, but we're getting there. We sort of went a little off course, which I can't complain about, to be honest.
We've been going off course, but I've been slowly building all this stuff up. Like, look at the size of the bloody raft at the minute.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. So, though, did you fuck up?
No?
No. Oh, no, I see what you've done. Because I was thinking, like, okay, this has a sphere of influence of it can go one tile each side, and this one does, and then there's going to be a gap in the middle. But you've covered your tracks, so you're all good.
Yeah,
so.
I'm just expanding the base of the raft so the shark can't get to the pillars at the minute.
Right, I'm going to go ahead and build myself a chest. I don't have wood. Come on. I need 8 woods. What? And I dropped all my metal into the sea as well, hoping...
Just get yourself killed, basically.
Yeah, I'm going to drop all my items, though. The thing is, I need to wait, which, to be fair, I'm about to start dying, actually, which is a good thing to start dying, which
I guess
I never thought I'd really say, but yep, it's gonna happen.
It is time to embrace. It's time to accept the sweet embrace of death.
Yep, it is, unfortunately. It is, so...
I mean, it might work. If it doesn't, then whatever.
Yeah.
We had a good run.
You know, this has been a pretty good life, I'm not going to lie. I mean,
died.
you're on what yours... Yeah, I know, yeah, well,
I just
expected, but...
No, I didn't realize I was dying, but I did just drop dead, and then... That's the one thing with this, is like, you immediately spawn, so you never have a clue what's going on. Oh my god, the one downside of dying is that there's no materials coming by at the minute.
Yeah, like, legit, like, everything is frozen.
Yeah, it's taken a while.
Right, I'm about to start to die, so...
Tell you what,
Can you prod me?
That's a beautiful view.
I don't think we can do damage to each other.
No, oh shit, I haven't got a spear. Deal with
I'm
him.
not even holding my spear correctly. Well, Frank's attacking again.
Yeah, I can't...
Is this even still Frank? I can't even poke him.
I don't know. I'll tell you what. Let's leave it there for this session. We can reload the save and see if it ends up working. If it doesn't, then I think we may leave it there for Raft Multiplayer until it gets a little bit updated. But this has been good. We've made good progress. I do want to finish this, so hopefully the save reload fixes it. If not, hopefully it'll not be long until we get a couple of patches for this. Because what we can do is...
Goodbye, world.
Oh, Jesus. What we can do is we can come back to this as time goes by. We can eventually build up a raft, make something good out of it. So yeah, that's, I think, going to be the plan. We can reload the save, test it out, see if it works, and if it doesn't, then come back to it in the not-too-distant future. So, ladies and gents, thank you kind of for watching. It's been a bunch of fun. Calum, thanks for joining me. We've got
no problem.
Fairly impressive and sizable raft here, so hopefully we can end up doing some good stuff with it. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye!